Hey, Chris Jenkins, credentialed member of the media, covering the Carolina Panthers for Charlotte Vibe, AKA man of the people. Why? Because I do stuff like this. I find a tree to get some shade, to get lighting, to do a video out in the field, to go live, to bring you the latest information as quickly as I can about this Carolina Panthers team. So I hope that you enjoy it. I'm excited about covering the team this year. Bryce Young, lots of excitement surrounding the team this year. So if you're as excited as I am and want to know about this team, I'm going to invite you right now to please hit the subscribe button. We're independent media supported by our viewers 100%. And I'm going to tell you, I promise you, the bigger we grow, the more that we can do. So if you like the player interviews, the coaches interviews, help us grow. It gives us a lot more power to do what we like to do, which is work for you. All right, 10,000 is the goal. Today is just going to be some coverage about player availability, but starting tomorrow, we'll have actual footage, video, and lots of it. Bryce Young, DJ Chark, Mingo, all the guys that are now with this Carolina Panthers team. So I hope that you will continue to join me. All right, let's go ahead and get into it. A few players that were available today. Actually, I think we had about 4 players that were available. And let me go and talk about this for a moment. It was recently announced that bugs, I don't have on all my bug spray, so if you see me getting jittery, that's why. But all of Bryce Young signed his contract Friday. Today's Tuesday. So several days ago, Bryce Young signed his contract. And somebody still has yet to sign his contract, and that is Brian Burns. And so previously I talked about Brian Burns being a guy that I would expect to have signed his contract by yesterday, Monday. And that didn't happen. Okay, so now my second prediction was, well, it's going to be signed after training camp. Brian Burns was one of the guys not made available today, strategic or not, I don't know. But this is interesting to me that he did not sign. Brian Burns has not yet signed his contract with the Carolina Panthers. So we'll keep an eye out on that. And then also we had some people that were placed on the physically unable to perform list. Let me make sure I get that up for you right in front of me in just a second. And again, if I'm a little jittery, it's because there's bugs flying all around me and I don't want to get bit too bad. All right, so there's 4 players, including a recent draft pick that was put on this physically unable to perform list. These guys can be brought off that list at any point. So, you know, it's nothing that like, hey, this guy's going to be out until week 4, anything like that. But it was guard Austin Corbett. No surprise there with him having the injury at the tail end of last year. Chandler Savala, who's dealing with a little bit of, I think it was a pectoral injury. Let me make sure here. Yeah, pectoral strain. Also defensive lineman John Penasini and Jalen Redmond. So those are the 4 people that are on the active but physically unable to perform. Again, that's Austin Corbett, Chandler Savala, John Penasini, and Jalen Redmond. So again, first day being out here covering this. So there's going to be some little tweaks. I'm going to not forget my off in the future. I got my water nearby, et cetera, et cetera. So let's go ahead and get into some of the guys that, oh, hold on. Let me not forget to get some shout outs, because that's part of what we do here. It says waiting to start the new era. As Chris said in his previous video, let's go Panthers. Hey, Michael Stone, appreciate you tuning in and saying what's up. Yes, it will start very, very soon. Panther Blazer says, let's go. Yes, let's go, let's go. Man, I promise you I'm going to have some off tomorrow. You guys are probably laughing at me. Rails saying, what's good, Chris? You know, it's a lot good going on. Today, I'm always personable with you all. Like to be somebody that just seems real and authentic. Today is my anniversary. Been married for 3 years to my beautiful wife. We've had 1 boy with our new marriage, and we're expecting our first girl in mid-October. And check this out. You got to hit, if you're still watching and you haven't hit the like button or the subscribe button, I'm going to tell you why. Our child, our first daughter, is due during the bye week this year, okay? Pray for me, keep your fingers crossed, cheer for me that the baby sticks to the bye week birth. That'll be great for everybody, all of us, right? But anyway, there's a personal note. Happy anniversary to you, dear. Love you very, very much. And let's go ahead and continue. Burns is going to get a bag. We got to move more money around. Okay. I still expected it to happen by now. I don't not expect it to happen, but to me it's a little surprising. So whatever digging, if I can find out anything about it, I will let you know. But that just came to my mind right there. Let me get the shout out. Jamarcus Anton, what's going on? Andre Cunningham, never scared. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. All right, so let's go ahead and get into some of my notes from today. Derrick Brown, defensive lineman who has been improving each year, getting better. Had a slow start, maybe had some people concerned, but he's coming on pretty strong, and had the chance to speak with Derrick today about what he's going to be doing to help evolve his skills and be a force on this defensive side. First day being out on the field doing these live broadcasts, so I'm going to try to get this screen share right, all right? Here, bear with me. So here we go. We're going to go for the Derrick Brown clip. Let's see if I can get it right on the first try. And whoops, that's not it. I think we got it.
He sent you off into the offseason with what?
Just trying to work staying on the edge of folks, being able to have counter moves and being able to just do all the different things. I like, he wants it for me, I want it for myself. So, that just comes along with the territory. You want to be a dominant player, you got to be able to do everything at a high level in all aspects.
Is there one item that...
All right. So I think I got through that pretty decently. Hopefully you heard that well. Derrick Brown just talking about to be an elite on the defensive side, the more you grow, you got to get more moves to your repertoire. So just trying to work on getting more moves, different things that he can do to keep that offensive lineman guessing, keep him on his heels, right? Well, here to keep the guy on his heels so that you can get some leverage, be able to make the play that you want to make. Additionally, we got to talk to the recently acquired Miles Sanders, guy that was able to go to the Super Bowl with the Philadelphia Eagles. Unfortunately, they did not win it. But now, fortunately for us, he's here with the Carolina Panthers, a running back that gives you some Christian McCaffrey-esque, if you will, just in the terms of being a guy that can run the ball pretty well and a guy that can also catch the ball out of the backfield extremely well. So Miles Sanders is now with us. He says a lot of guys are saying that they have a lot of confidence in Bryce because of how smart he is, how much film study he puts in, and Miles Sanders is one of those guys that shares in that opinion. Hayden Hurst, everyone that we talk to at the least will say you just got to respect the guy from his work that he puts in, his intelligence, his composure. So all those things, and I got something else I'm going to say about Bryce in a little bit, but all those things about Bryce just gives you a lot of confidence about we have yet to see him in pads, in real life situations. But everything that we've seen so far, which is, hey, all that you can ask a guy, show me good stuff up until this point, is looking pretty darn good. And training camp, what's the biggest thing that you're looking to get out of training camp? So I'm going to go ahead and play this clip from Miles talking about what this team is really trying to get out of training camp. So give me a moment to switch over to this.
Just be better than the day before. Like I said, just take it one day at a time. Don't rush anything. Still use this time to get better. And, as for me, this is a new team, so I'm going to set the tone. First day, try to, earn everybody's respect. I'm new to the team. I might have a couple years in this league, but I don't know these guys that much, And like I said, it is a new team, and just trying to set the tone first day. So.
All right, so hopefully you guys are able to hear that pretty well. I know sometimes when I play it like a screen share from my browser, it doesn't hear, but I haven't heard anybody say anything, so I'm going to assume we're doing well. I see some congratulations coming through. I appreciate the congratulations very much. Like I said, I'm just a normal guy like you all, lucky enough to have credentials, and I don't try to hide any of the excitement of my life or covering this Carolina Panthers team, which is indeed a lot of fun. So Miles Sanderson, hey, just go out there and get better each day. Just be better than we were the previous day. And as long as we continue to do that and everybody buys into that, as far as the expectations goes, and Bryce kind of touched on this. I know fans out there have their opinions. People are putting a gold jacket on this guy before he gets started. And Bryce, and I know I'm kind of jumping around here, but Bryce said he respects that. That's great. You know, that shows that people care about this team and have interest in this team, but they have their own things, their own expectations, their own objective that they're trying to cover, which are the most important for these guys. So good to hear Mal saying, hey, just day by day is all we want to do. Hayden Hurst, tight end, optimism for how good that he can be for this Carolina Panthers team. He's a guy that's been around the league quite a bit, right? He's been on 6 teams in his 6 years in the NFL. So how does that help him? And he talked about this in regards to what he's tell these rookies that are coming in here. And he's like, just take it day by day. Kind of almost the same thing that Miles Sanders said. But he said specifically for him, he said, I can speak mostly for myself, and that with me having been on having to learn 6 different systems and 6 different teams, gives me a lot of all the anxiety that you could have, you know. And he said that's what the new guys got to control, is the anxiety with all the information and new stuff that's been given to you, is controlling that. And that's maybe something that he could pass along to these guys. But he said, hey, I'm also looking to learn from everybody else as well. Yeah, I've been here a little bit longer, but, you know, everybody can learn from somebody. So good stuff to hear from Hayden Hurst there. J.C. Horn, our guy opposite of Dante Jackson, right? So certainly if you want to have a concern about this defense, it's great when we got Dante Action Jackson out there. J.C. Horn shut him down. Play extremely well. Then you have Xavier Woods back there. You have Von Bell, but we don't quite know when and how often we're going to have those guys at 100%. You have to question it. It's valid because of the injuries that both of those cornerbacks have had. So when J.C. was asked about his injury, all the questions about his injuries, I'm not talking about it. I'm just here and ready to play football. I didn't want to get into the injury about when it happened or how it happened. But he did say in regards to his preparation that it's not like he didn't get any practice in. He got some things in. He was also around, was able to watch a lot. But he's going to be locked down with these guys in Spartanburg for just a little over 2 weeks. It's nothing but football. That's, you know, players talked about the good and bad. The good is you get to be completely immersed into football. The bad certainly being that you're away from your family. You know, you'll get some off days where if your family's local, you'll drive up to Charlotte and have some time with her. Maybe they'll come down. But for a guy like J.C. Horn, it gives him a chance to be completely immersed in football 24/7. There's not too often a time where there's not a player or a coach that's basically right there at your disposal to ask some questions and continue to learn. So from him getting up to speed standpoint, I'm not concerned about that at all for J.C. Horn, though he's been injured a lot. This is now his 3rd year in the league, so he's acclimated with a lot of things and knows how to get the knowledge that he needs. The biggest concern that I'm going to have is just, can he stay healthy? And I don't think it's one of those things where it's his work ethic, his off-the-field training. I mean, all these guys look in phenomenal shape. But JC did say, hey, if I can do anything better, then yeah, I'm going to continue to try it. I've been eating good, but if I can eat even better, then I'm going to try to eat even better. But it's just your body. It's just the luck of the draw and what happens. So we'll see what happens there with J.C. Horn. And these bugs are starting to get me pretty good out here. J.C. wasn't the biggest fan of his Madden rating. I don't know what it was. I'm sure we can all look it up. I forgot to take a look at that before I got on camera. Wasn't happy with his Madden rating, tweeted about it, and I actually said EA contacted him, Madden Sports contacted him about it, and he's like, it's no big deal. I'll just go out and earn it, and he kind of laughed it off. So I thought that was pretty cool to take away from his interview and share with you all. All right. Next, last but not least, number 9, number 1 pick overall in the NFL draft, Bryce Young. We also had a chance to speak with him today, and I'm going to play some clips for you. I think I got looks like 2 clips that I got for you that I'm going to play from Bryce Young. And this guy, again, for what all you have to judge him on, he's nailing it. He's nailing it. Just turned 22 years old today, and he has down it's not just me. It's not just Bryce Young. It's not hand me this. He has the the talk of us like a veteran quarterback down extremely well. So if you can, when you listen to the parts that he's talking, notice how he's already speaking like an ambassador of the team. Like it's his organization. Like it's his team. Thank you all. So nevertheless, let me go ahead and get into it. We're going to first play this clip on Bryce Young talking about the expectations that he has for this Carolina Panthers team.
Yeah, for me and for us as a team, I think we're just big on taking things day by day. Being process oriented and making sure that everyone plays to win and everyone wants to be successful. But it's not just doing that, but how do you do that? And for us, it's focusing on today being our first day, and then when tomorrow rolls around, focusing on how we can get better in the meeting room, get better in the practice on the practice field. So I don't think the expectations really for me and for everyone are just to push each other and to make sure we can get the best that we can out of each other every single day. And then if we keep stacking those days, then I think that's all we can really control.
All right, so there you have it. Just get better each day. You hear some coaches say just get 1% better than you were the other day. But Bryce said just get better every day. And as long as we keep stacking that to be factual, as long as we keep stacking days where we're getting better, then it's going to add up to something good. Whatever that is whatever that is. But that's the most important thing to do. Stack those W's up. I'm saying W's, I'm jumping ahead, but stack those great practices up and continue to get better. All right. I know there's some comments that have been coming. I'm going to get to them in just a second. I got one more video that I want to play, and then I'll take a few of your questions. Hit the like button if you're watching. Hit the subscribe button. I need 10,000 subscribers. All right. Each training camp, I go and I interview all the first-round draft picks. This year, I'm pretty sure that I will do the same thing again, but it'll be helped by having more subscribers. Bryce Young probably will not. Let me be honest with you, Bryce Young, I'm pretty sure I will not get him one-on-one, but all the other guys I will get, and it just helps when they say, hey, Charlotte Vibes requesting to speak with so-and-so. Look at all these people that support this channel. Yeah, come on over, let's talk to them, all right? So consider doing that. What else we got? Oh, so one other clip that I'm going to play for you. Bryce Young, before the break, we're trying to get reported some good, fun stuff from the guys. Hey, what are you going to be doing? Why are you going? Anything fun? Blah, 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 blah. Bryce Young's like, I consider getting better fun. Football is fun. So today, there was a follow-up question. So since you like football being fun, what did you do to have fun this break and getting better? So let me go ahead and play that clip for you as well. One moment here. And hopefully if I get bit by something, you guys will not take it and make it into a TikTok about reporter gone mad from being bit while on live TV. But here we go. We're going to have Bryce. See if I can get this right for you guys.
Want to continue to take ownership of the offense and continue studying the stuff that we have. I'm going over film from OTAs and from all the practices starting at rookie minicamp. Looking those things over. Seeing what I did well and what I didn't do well. How can I improve on both ends? I'm trying to be more efficient in that. And then following the plan that they gave us from a strength and conditioning standpoint. So a combination of those things, as well as of course throwing and taking what I see on the film. From practices and, going out on the field and trying to work on those throws.
All right, so we're back. So Bryce talking about getting better, practicing, and I like that he mentioned the getting in shape, which, let me tell you, I'm motivated to get in shape as well. So hopefully you're going to see Charlotte Vibe getting back to that pre-COVID fitness level. These babies that we keep having kind of slow me down because we're trying to balance it. But I'm trying to get back in the gym and be motivated. So maybe I can talk to one of these strength and conditioning coaches and get me a little plan, put on a few pounds. But there you have it. There's Derrick Brown, Hayden Hurst, Miles, and Bryce Young. Those were the players made available to us today. Those are the players that will be taking the field along with 86 others tomorrow, minus the 4 that are on the physically unable to perform. And I look forward to bringing you all a lot of coverage and content about it. And most importantly, I go live all the time, claim to be man of the people because I like to interact, okay? So it's not on the screen now, but a lot of times we're going to have a link up that allows you to come on the show, state your opinion, ask your questions. So I invite you all to get ready for it, all right? Be prepared. I don't care if you're on your cell phone, on the computer, it doesn't matter, but just join me. I want to be a resource for you to help you learn about this Carolina Panthers team. All right, we're going to get a few questions or comments on before we get out of here. Let's see. Thank you, Josh, on the congratulations. Appreciate it very much. What's going on, Chris Mack? Man, there's like a baby wasp flying like right at my camera lens, so we're going to hope that it stays over there. But appreciate you, Chris Mack. Hopefully you'll love it more as the things continue to come. Did they run on pad drills today? So there were no drills today. There was no, I'm sure there's football meetings and things going on today, but there was nothing on the field at all today. That starts tomorrow, where they will not be in pads. They'll have helmets, helmets and what they call maybe shells, or they might just be in helmets and a jersey. And so that all starts tomorrow. So turn on your bell notifications if you want to see Bryce Young first throws, first coming out onto the field for the first day of training camp here in Spartanburg. Appreciate all the congratulations coming through. Look at this, Ethan, my Panthers' favorite beat reporter. Appreciate you very much. You guys continue to motivate me to do great things. Glad to see you. Some shade. Yeah, I often get asked for help, and I was thinking about it the other day. Most of the time I don't. We got, our staff under control, but during training camp, I'm really the only one that goes down. The walking around and hunting that I do to find a shaded spot to do the broadcast is always an adventure. But yes, I got to find a shaded spot, else I would not last long at all doing this show live. Let's see. Want to make sure I don't forget anything. Hey, can you say your email? I want to talk to you about something important to me. Yeah, email address for me, everything's pretty easy. One thing, you can leave comments on YouTube. I try to get to those often. But my name is Chris Jenkins, so my email is cjenkins, CJENKINS, @charlottevibe.com. So I'm here for you. Hey, Chris, does Chandler Zavala plan to be activated during camp? Not a question that I was able to ask, not a question that I have resources about, but my opinion is yes. It was a pectoral strain, so something in the chest, draft pick, not super high, but still an important guy that they want playing next to Icky. So presumably it's hot, it's a long season, it's now 17 weeks instead of 16 weeks. He's a rookie. Take your time with it, So we'll see, but I feel like he will be. And again, that's just with my limited information and my opinion. Appreciate the question, Brandon Ward, for me on that one. All right, we did well. I hope you did well. I hope you enjoyed the show. I hope these bugs will stop biting your boy. But that's it. Hey, I also want to say, and I'm going to have the more details for you before the end of the week, but there's going to be a chance to meet myself along with a bunch of other people that are online YouTubers that's being hosted by Panther Nation Podcast. That's going to be in Spartanburg this Saturday. I will be there if you can make it out. Would love to meet you. It's always fun to meet everyone that supports the channel, so be looking out for that. That is it for today. It's underway. I look forward to seeing you all tomorrow. Have a good Tuesday.